Okay. Hi, good morning, Mr. Najib, Mr. Ling, and Mr. Lee, and everyone. We are Team Ice Cream. My name is Dane. This is Iting, James, and Elvin. We are presenting iVLE Plus, and our tagline is, "It is so convenient." Let's take a look at our application. Okay. The first is the announcement, where students can view all the announcements posted by the lecturer. Then we move on to the modules, which is the most essential part of the iVLE, followed by our bookshelf, which is a new version of the iVLE Use Textbook Forum. Then we have a student event where students can view the event posted by other students or the community club. Then we have our very own organizer for students to organize their schedule. Next is our inclusive chat function, where students can communicate instantly with other students. Then we have our settings and the vote for us. Now I shall start with my part, which is the announcement. From this I'm only a first-year student, but I have missed several important announcements and faced into a lot of problems. But we do not want this happen to other students. Therefore, we have included this news function, which will remind the students to read the announcements. We have this viewing of combined announcement and the getting alert of unread announcement function in our announcement activity. Okay. From this announcement page, students can view the combined announcement from all the modules in just a single view. It is just a one click away from the main page. On top of that, we have our application check for the unread announcements for every 5 minutes and push it to the notification bar so that students can receive and read it on time. By this way, we believe that students will never miss any other important announcement. If they do not want this alert feature, they can disable it from the setting page by unchecking the first checkbox. Since I have covered the first part, which is the announcement, then I will move on to the vital part of the iVLE, which is the modules. Let's take a look at what our modules can provide. We have announcement to view the announcement of individual module, consultation to book consultation slot, classmate to get the contact information of fellow students, description about the module, and a forum to view the latest forum post, and the last is the workbing and its unique feature, which I will be presented at the end of my presentation. Okay, then let's take a look at the modules announcement. This is just to show the announcement posted in a single module. And with a clear view, students can trace back all the previous announcements. For this one, there is only one announcement data here. If they click on this announcement, they will go into the inside page, which will display the time and the message of the announcement. Then we move on to the consultation, where students can book the consultation slot or the assignment evaluation session by just clicking onto the icon, which is very easy. Then we move on to the classmate, where students can get the contact information of other students so that they can contact to them. From here, they can just click on the email link to send out the email, or click on the chat function, which will enable the chat function of our application. Okay. Next is the module description page, which will show the lecturer contact information and other module description if there are any. Next is the forum post, just to view the latest forum post and message. And we have our workbing, which will list down all the files can be downloaded. On top of that, we have this Dropbox function, which will upload the file, which will download the file from the workbing and upload it directly to the Dropbox if the student provide the Dropbox account information to us. If they don't want this function, they can just disable it from this setting page. Now I have covered both announcements and the module page. Now I shall pass on to Elvin. Thank you.
Hi, I'm introducing the book market. So actually the book market is a replacement for the iVLE Use Textbook Forum. So what I'm actually trying to do is from two perspectives. One is from a buyer's perspective, whereby you have to search for books and contacting a seller. And then the other one is a seller's perspective, whereby you have to upload books and removing entries posted. I feel that the way that things are being done now is actually very inefficient. So we are actually attempting to make it more convenient for both buyers and sellers. So basically, under search, right, they are actually allowed to search for a textbook either by module code or ISBN itself, and then so it will return the list of results found. And the interesting thing about this against the IVA forum is that this will actually return the cheapest book first, so that you ensure that students always get the best deal. Yeah. So clicking on it will actually show the book details in a single panel, whereby they can view like book information, the book condition, prefer meetup timing of the seller, so that it's easier to coordinate. So it's not very clear here, but actually there are 3 buttons below, whereby there are 3 functions, which is chat, SMS, and call, so you can directly contact the seller. What's interesting about one-click SMS function is that the moment you click SMS, it will actually pre-type the seller's mobile number and a default message indicating the title name and the module number, so that it's easy for you to send. So the other thing is to add a book to sell. So basically, we introduce something known as an add via barcode scanner, whereby all you have to do is you have to just scan the ISBN at the back of the book, and then it will actually return like book title and the book ISBN inside the dialog session, so that you don't have to manually type it in. So this is especially helpful if like a book has particularly 5 authors, then you have to manually type in all their names as well. So so after the scanning, they have to fill in the book module price and condition. And yeah, so all these are actually just one clicks, so they don't have to type it in themselves. So lastly, under the My Book section, it will actually show you the books that you have posted online, and clicking on it, you can see the edit post and remove post, so that it's actually convenient for you to remove it the moment it's sold instead of having to find it on the forum itself. Yeah. So now I'll pass on to Yiting for the events.
Okay, thank you, Elvin. I'm Yiting. I'll be talking about the events as well as the organizer. So in the events, there's currently a lot of interesting events going on in NUS, like makeup workshops and psychological paid studies. And many students are actually unaware of them because it's very easy to overlook the portion that is allocated for student events in the IVLE page. So and it's also a hassle to like boot up the computer just to log into IVLE and browse the events, and sometimes it's even too late and there are no more slots left. So with IVLE Plus events, we hope to raise the awareness of all these NUS student events, and we hope that it will bring more convenience in signing up for all these events. So this is the events main page. As you can see, it's a brief description of all the events, and it's just the title, the time, and the venue. So you get a rough idea of what it's about, and if you are really interested, you can just tap on it and it will give you more information. And actually the links in the description work, so it's just a one tap to the browser, or you can send in the email to sign up for the event. So this way the students are able to like keep in loop of the recent NUS student events hassle-free. And yeah, then next I'm going to talk about the organizer. For the past semesters that we have been in NUS, we've noticed that students enter in their timetables to their phone calendars or computer calendars manually one by one. So it's actually very tedious to do this. So with the organizer, we have automatically synchronized their timetable and consultation slots into the organizer, and we have also included school weeks together, because some of our lessons only occur on odd weeks or only on even weeks, and it's very hard to memorize the school academic weeks, and sometimes friends even like miss lessons because of that. So you can see this organizer's main page. The schedule of each day is displayed below, all your lectures, time slots, and everything. And the school weeks are at the side, so it's like one glance you can see which week you are in. And there are also public holidays included, because many calendars that are on your phone don't actually have Singapore public holidays, and those are the most important days because you have no lessons. Yeah. Then, besides that, we also have a filter function. In case your organizer gets too cluttered because of all the schedules, you can, if you don't want to see something, you can just untick it, and the organizer will hide it automatically for you. It's also very easy to navigate around. You can just flick left, flick right to go to the next month, previous month. Or if you know the date that you want to go to, just tap on the header and the date picker will come out. So yeah, it's very intuitive also. And we hope that this will encourage students to manage their time better and also make their school lives easier. Yeah, so now I'll pass on to James who will take over. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yi-Ting. So now we will present about chat. It's something that we try to value add to the application. Because in the modern days, actually, we type more than we say. So I thought this function would be good for the students. Anyway, a common problem faced by students is when they actually form a group, they know other people matrix number, but they don't have their contact number. So there's no way to communicate unless you want to use email. So we have this feature which allow you to talk to anyone in NUS using the metric number. And on top of that, this chat function is actually on, we have an API for our own API for chat. So that means this thing can be extended to iPhone or even Windows Phone and PC. So next slides. This dialog actually show a list of your active conversations, and you can add quite a few conversations. Next slide. Okay, and on top of searching by metric number, sometimes it's very hard to memorize your friend metric number. So we have these unique nickname features where you can come up with very interesting nickname. Yeah, and identify yourself uniquely. So basically, this is just a search function by nickname and or metric number. You have found a friend, and you can begin doing a chat. So later we will demonstrate this function as well, and also in the future, what we foresee is we could put in some lecturers' interaction with the students using this chat function. So also it has push notification. So let's say you close the application and then someone try to talk to you, you will still be notified of a new message. Next. So now we have come to the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention. Maybe we will do a demo now. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us.
Let's start the chat.
Okay, we start the login first. Login is
Yeah, this is the login page. This is the main menu. This is the main menu.
So maybe we will demonstrate the chat first.
Yeah, right now there's no active conversation.
So right now I'll try to add the other phone.
Okay, I am QT91.
And I'm Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. Yeah. So as you can see, the message is sent across, and you can reply to me. And on top of that, if we are out of the application, there will actually be push notifications. So perhaps we demonstrate the push notification as well. So this push notification actually gets pushed out in 30-second interval. So perhaps at the meantime, we will use this one to demonstrate other functions. Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. As you can see, push notification actually come up. So you can actually click, and then you will go to the person that tried to talk to you. So next, we will present on our work. Okay. Before we go on to our next part, is there any question about our chat function? Okay. Then you do your Dropbox and so now we will present our Workbin and Dropbox integration.
Our key in the Dropbox account.
In terms of design of application, we have actually done multi-threading, so it increased the performance of the application.
Whilst doing that, do you mind if I compare the barcode thing? So basically from here, what you can do is you can add a book, add via barcode scanner. Let's hope it works.
Oh, you touch the button. Okay, why not like that?
So basically, I just scanned the barcode of this book, and the details are actually sent. Do you want me to do it again? Yes. So. So basically this is the barcode function. Okay, now I'll pass back to Tin for the Dropbox.
Before I start with the Dropbox, this is an announcement page where you push up the alert to the notification bar. If you click on it, it will go inside the announcement page. Now I will go to the Dropbox. Okay. On.
So one good thing about the Dropbox is it's actually a cloud synchronization of files. So you can access it on your PC, you can access it on your iPad, and even Mac. Yeah, everything.
Oops. Okay, let me try again. Okay. Let me key in. It's a Dropbox account. I think so. It's the wrong password. Yeah. So now it's downloading. And it's after downloading, it will view. If you go to the Dropbox, it will display. Sorry, I cannot see very far. Dropbox, and because it will auto create all the folder under the Dropbox according to the module code. Then you can see this is a file that I downloaded. Yeah. Is there any other thing that you would like to see?
Yeah, I think that's all for them. Like, yeah.
The big screen there.
All right. Okay. I think good job, guys, on creating applications such as this. And I know not you guys don't really have any experience in creating applications before this. Do you guys have any? No, right? Right. Okay. So if I were a lecturer, right, or your tutor or something, and this is the project I asked you to do, right? And you tell me this is your project, and I'll tell you, yeah, I'll definitely can give you quite a high grade for it. But unfortunately, this is an application competition. So yeah, it's not a project, right? There's difference. There's a difference there. When you create a project, you think about things like, yeah, what the technical aspects of it, what you used to achieve it, how to achieve it, and make sure that things go out. When you create an application, right, the main design, application design, is about trying to solve a problem, trying to create some sort of hype, either that or trying to invent something that people will want to sort of take it and buy it or make it part of their life, right? Now, of course, the main onset is when you look at this application, the first thing that the people come to mind is, why don't I just go to the IVIE website, right? Of course, but if you look deeper, of course, you can see that the integration with Dropbox, the barcode scanner, and this kind of stuff are the things that they are there, that makes it a bit more different, And one thing I would like to tell you guys though is that you need to focus a lot on how you present a lot of things. The thing about application, right? Why do you think so successful? Like just for example, while you are going to the announcement page, right? Just before it's loading, I saw there's a Facebook and a Twitter account there. You realize why they are so popular and they're so. You notice how they actually present themselves on as opposed to a Facebook website and a Facebook app or widget. You notice the difference. That's how a presentation should be. That's what I think is lacking. Like for example, your news, your announcement is all announcements there. Yeah, it's the thing is that when people have apps, the thing that they want about the app is not to give them everything. It's to give them now. What I need to know now. I don't care about everything else. If I want everything else, I can go and serve myself, find a website, whatever, right? But the thing about apps is that I open an app, it tells me an announcement now, in big words, in bold words, in nice, colorful ways. That makes it nice. Or you can even have a widget that you can put it outside that would maybe change as and when the announcement of the day or whatnot, and stuff like that, And maybe you could focus down more on the things that you find are more critical. Like for example, your book selling, your we call it the barcode scanner. That was pretty cool. The Dropbox and whatnot, right? So if you are able to sort of condense it down, instead of making this, it really looks like a school project to me. Makes it a very, very a huge project, right? Condense it down to something that people would like take a look and say, hey, this is useful. I might want to take it. It's a question, of course, of marketing and stuff like that. But when your ideas are smaller, you have the chance to put in a lot more work to make it look better, right? If you have too many ideas put all into one basket, right, it's difficult for you to showcase your true strengths. And your true strengths that you have, I believe, is your technical prowess in terms of multi-threading and stuff like that. If you were to focus on one or two and put all this in and find out and go out and find out from the market what actually they want, and then apply it there with your technical prowess, I think you can make a very, very solid application, right? But right now, what you have is something that is very, I just can't get away from it. It's very school project based. Not many people would like approach it and will want it, right? But it has good stuff. Yeah. I don't know. It's 5 minutes left. Yeah. No, I'm done. Just nice.
All I can say is that this application is it's very normal. It's just a reflection of a lot of things. Is just a reflection of what's available in IVLE. Of course, there are some additional benefits to it. For example, like which makes more use of the platform itself, which is the mobile platform. But this is just as he said, right? This is just like a school project. That's it. There is no compelling reason for. There's nothing innovative about it. There's no compelling reason for a student to actually use it and want to come back to use it. It's just a normal information application. Not to say that's bad, right? Because there are applications out there that are, that these kind of applications out there that are very useful, and that's the kind of category that this application is in. It's just those that kind of information, not so much in terms of, although you added like chat and so on and so forth, right? Some sort of social aspect to it, but ultimately, in its core, it's just an information app, and there isn't anything innovative about it. If in this competition, sad to say, it's about actually coming out with great ideas of utilizing this information in interesting ways, and you haven't done so with that. So yeah.
Okay, my turn. Don't worry. I'm praising you.
Oh, you're the polar update.
Yeah, I'm the nice guy. Okay. Okay, I think if you are trying to create something like IVLE on the go, you have perfectly achieved it. Whatever that can be done on IVLE can be done on your mobile perfectly. Okay, I want to skip the part on the innovativeness, because if it's IVLE on the go, you are trying to recreate, you have done a very good job. And I particularly like the part where you are able to integrate across the different functionalities that you have into each other. For example, if you find your classmates on the modules, you can chat with them, you can SMS them, or whatever. I think that's a very good integration over there, whereby I don't have to go out again and go back to chat to find that student. Okay, so I applaud you for the integration effort done across all the modules. In terms of platform-wise, it's one of your strongest points, in the sense that you are able to integrate and make use of what the Android platform has to offer, down to the barcode scanner, or be even the creation of your own API, such that it can be easily extended to other platforms. That is something that a lot of teams might have missed out, and I think you have brought it to a very good point, because after all, Android market in Singapore is only 30%. So that's 70% of the iPhone users we have to cater for.
But that's an anomaly. Only in Singapore is like that.
Okay. Yeah, so I like the part on how you are able to explore and extend other people's API into your own. Make it your own and push it out as one of your own. Okay, so that's a commendable effort. Back to the user interface and UI, I think it's by far one of the cleanest that I have seen. But in terms of color contrast, it can certainly be improved.
Why like blue?
Blue is good.
A bit darker
It's just the contrast. Yeah. So.
It's your announcements.
As long as you don't use green and red, can you?
Right. Yeah. So.
Purple or yellow.
That's a good job on the UI lah, because most of the time when we see powerful developers, the UI sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thankfully this is not the case. So overall, good effort. Thank you guys.
Just one quick question. Yeah, just one more. Very fast one. What protocols do you use for your chat application?
Okay, the thing is, this chat actually communicates with a web server. So it's actually going through by a get post sort of sending message across.
Okay.
So it actually is pulled from a web server which we have.
Okay, so you guys aren't actually using a standard protocol or anything like for example Jabber and whatnot, XM something, I can't remember the.
We use XML to communicate.
XML, okay.
Yeah.
How have you tested it robustly?
We tested it for the last few days.
I see. Have you load tested it with like many people checking out?
Not yet.
Have you guys considered actually using a Jabber protocol? Because it's an open protocol which you can actually connect to your Google Talk and basically a lot of other existing chat networks out there. Have you guys considered that?
Yes, but we are sort of short of time.
Okay.
Easier to code.
Easier lah, yeah. Yeah lah, that's why.
Right, thanks guys.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot. Yeah, good job.